waves of migration and a cross-pollination of cultures have contributed enormously to Singapore's diverse and rich food heritage. In this series, we explore cuisines, dishes, and restaurants on our little island that have brought comfort to generations of Singaporeans and lionized our reputation as a foodie paradise. In this episode, we'll be zooming in on a community that has been integral to the Singapore story. Despite making up only 0.5% of Singapore's population, the Eurasian community has given us a number of political figures who were responsible for shaping Singapore in her early years. That's why I'm determined to learn more about Eurasian food. And to help me with that is my Makan Kaki for this episode, actress Bridget Fernandez. Wow, so Bridget, what exactly are we doing on Sentosa?
Yes, well, nestled in amidst all these fancy hotels and, various attractions, lies a gem of a restaurant.
Oh.
This restaurant is precisely and perfectly placed in Sentosa because all the tourists coming through can experience the uniqueness of Eurasian culture through their stomachs.
On Sentosa?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Okay, come. I'm so excited to introduce you to the owner and chef of Quentin's Bar and Restaurant. And guess what's his name?
Quentin?
Hello! So nice to meet you. And
nice to meet you.
You know what? I just found out that you are the food ambassador of Eurasian Association, right?
Yes.
Wow! Which means you'll have to forgive my ignorance. Could you explain to me what exactly is Eurasian food?
Basically, Eurasian food is a traditional fusion. If it's a European dish, then it will have Asian influences. And if it's an Asian dish, it will have European influences. So maybe what I can do is I can show you how we make the famous curry debal.
I'm so excited! Okay, yes please! So Quentin, I've always wanted to know, curry debal, is it the same as devil's curry?
Oh, can I answer that one? Okay, debal, everybody thinks it's because it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
But debal means leftovers, right?
Yes. People didn't know the meaning of debal. Debal is patois Portuguese because it was so fiery hot that it became more popularly known as curry devil.
I see. What makes it a signature Eurasian dish, do you think? Because, when you talk about Eurasian food, people are always going to mention curry debal.
Yeah.
Because the meats left over from Christmas is used on Boxing Day and made into this curry.
Oh, so it's specifically a Boxing Day dish using leftovers.
Yeah, so sometimes they have like babi panggang, turkey, whatever you have left.
Every family will have their own set of recipes, and this is my grandmother's recipe.
Oh, wow. What would you say is the most difficult part of the curry debal to get, perfect?
The dried chilies plays an important part because we use a lot of fresh chilies and dried chilies.
Yeah.
So the heat of the dried chilies actually can really make it too spicy or not spicy enough.
That's true.
But then, still, consistently, it is the most popular dish, right,
It
with
is.
customers.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do they keep coming back for that?
Usually for Eurasian food, right, you can only eat it in a Eurasian house.
Yeah, it's very difficult to get an invitation.
I'll invite you this Christmas, okay, Denise?
But actually, we've been taking up so much of your time. The faster we allow you to cook your dish, the faster we get to eat.
Yes!
So please, do your magic.
All right. Chilies and shallot.
Okay, so then you have some. Okay. Oh. Here it
There's
goes.
the rempah! Yeah!
You asked her 100%
Yes.
spicy, she asked. Wow. What's up was that?
The chicken is marinated. I'm gonna fry it. You do it.
Wow.
Wow, those chilies are tickling the nose.
We're gonna have smoked
belly.
and some sausages.
Sausages.
Yum.
Yum.
So since you like it spicy, I'm gonna add.
Denise, you said this, Okay. She asked for it.
Yes!
Yummy, yummy.
I'm gonna use some cabbage and then cucumber.
The curry debal. I am salivating at the thought of this completed dish. It looks like it's almost done. So,
It's done.
Okay, so should we go outside and wait?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Shall
So
we?
we'll see you all outside in a bit.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Chef. Yay, well
Thank you so
done.
much.
Standing ovation.
Do this.
Thank you.
wanted, right?
Yes.
100% spice level.
I'll be the judge of that.
That's all we have. Okay.
So we've got the sausage. I see some chicken. I got some potato. Okay, I got some pork belly. Oh, very jiggly piece. So that, you know,
My
we
mouth
can
watering.
balance it out, healthy. Okay, this is all yours. I cannot wait. Chicken.
Okay. I'm gonna be a bit. I'm trying to be demure here.
You can really smell the vinegar, and I love it.
I'm very good with spice, but then when you said 100%, okay, let's see. Okay, shall we try this
Okay,
first,
okay.
right? Ready?
So-
on the mark, get set.
Let's go. I think the easiest thing to try is sausage.
Okay.
It's so savory
It's
and
delicious.
Moorish.
Some people use acha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my family, my mother used to call it white devil. When we put acha, because she like at the when our acha is like almost finishing,
Yes.
she'll just put the whole thing in our curry devil.
And I love that
So
because
good.
you know a lot of home cooking is about using everything, right? So no wastage. So you got a
No.
little bit of leftover acha that goes into your curry as well. It's got a nice zing of heat.
You can tahan?
Of course. I could have more,
I think
but
that's right
I
for
think this is lovely.
Just
Nicely
right for me.
balanced.
Well, I'm gonna try it with the baguette.
It's nicely toasted.
I'm gonna put a bit more gravy.
There is just something so comforting about a curry. You know, no matter what kind of curry from whatever culture, there is something so familiar about it, right?
That's actually true.
And I think it's maybe the spices, and I love how fresh this curry debal is.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he makes it like to order.
Yeah, it is really the perfect curry for a glutton because you like have several different meals all into one meal.
Yeah.
You see this smoked pork belly, so tender, so fatty.
Yeah.
It melts in your mouth. So this might be an interesting question to ask you, but how does this kind of measure up to your family's curry debal? Does it taste quite similar or is it different?
It is different, but I enjoy the differences
Yes.
because everybody, every family makes the best
Yes.
curry devil. I don't ever argue with any family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel I learned to appreciate this.
Apart from cooking at his restaurants, Quentin has also published 2 books filled with recipes of traditional Eurasian dishes.
The 2 books that I published, first one was for my dad. It was Robin's Eurasian recipes. I had to convince my dad to share the recipes because he feels that every family will have their own set of recipes. He didn't like the idea of having his recipes out there. They used to believe that if you do not know how to cook, and then if you use their recipes, you spoil the whole dish. To convince my father, I actually had to tell him like times are really different nowadays. It's no longer where you keep the recipe to yourself and what will happen if he passed on and then the recipe will die with him. His idea is that he will stay with the family. After that, I did the Eurasian heritage recipes and that one has a lot of pictures in it. The best way to get people to know about the culture, the way we do things is if they know more about the food that we eat, then they'll be more inclined to try and do it and get a better idea of what Eurasian cooking is.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Just ignore this,
What is this?
Okay, this one you must try. To be honest, I haven't had this in years.
Okay.
And it's called prawn bostado. Bostado, it means slap in
As in
Kristang, yeah.
slap.
That's what I heard. Let's eat it and see, okay? Because it's supposed to give you like that kind of feeling.
Okay, let's see if I have a violent reaction to this.
It
really
has
luscious.
green chili.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I think it has like turmeric or something that's
Right, to give it that lovely yellow color. So it's a very different looking dish to
and the
curry
taste too.
debal.
I'm excited to try it.
Wow, onions, green chili, a juicy prawn. Give it a go.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Oh, the prawn is so fat and juicy.
I love
and
it.
fresh.
I like it.
This is kind of like a earthier taste, a milder, not so spicy, I feel.
Yeah. That's why I said this one should be slap. 2 slaps.
It's just like a mini slap, little mini slap.
I'm going to check with him because I may have got the wrong meaning. Maybe there's another meaning for bostado.
I love it though.
Yeah. It sounds so exotic.
Yes. I really love that we're having a little bit of a surf and turf party going on. You got the prawn, you got all of the meats, and they really taste so different. We're getting a lot of variety here.
Delicious, huh?
Fantastic.
Chef!
Hi.
Hi!
I heard that you like offals.
Oh my gosh! It's my favorite. Oh, thank you so much, Chef. This is exactly what I was craving for.
No problem.
What a wonderful surprise. Would you like something?
Okay, I have to be honest. My mother-in-law made very good thing, but I don't like offal. It's not about
it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah. But you know what? Today, I'm going to do it for Makan Kakis. I'm going to try it.
Really?
And then for Chef Quentin.
All right, I was going to say more for me.
Better get over with that.
Okay.
The one that we serve at the restaurant, we
Yes.
don't use so much offals. We only use the heart and liver, shoulder, pig's leg. Usually it's made with intestines, the face of the pig.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going to make my in-laws proud. I'm going to eat this for you,
Can I give you a teeny tiny?
That's a lot, okay.
Teeny tiny portion. Teeny tiny one, okay?
Okay.
This is like best surprise of the week. Oh my gosh.
The history of Feng started out when the Portuguese, they used to travel all the way from Portugal and they used to carry livestock. Most of the meats were given to the officers. So the rest of the crew, to ensure that they don't pick and choose the meats that they wanted, that's where they chopped it up so fine.
Oh, so they just chopped everything up, put it together in a stew, and that's what you get.
When it reached to this part of Asia, it became a bit more spicy. And up to today, you still can get it in Brazil, Angola, and all the Portuguese colonies.
And they all call it Feng. Like if I go,
No, it's all different names,
Right.
Okay, speaking of names, this is called prawn bastado, right? What does bastado mean?
Bostado literally means a slap.
So you were right.
I'm so proud of myself today, you know.
So why call it a prawn slap?
Okay, because this was actually a sandwich filling. So it's made with lots of green
So
chilies.
it's like similar to what I make, green chili sambal.
And then when you bite into it, right, the green chilies actually will, it's like slap.
Should, but nowadays milder, so not half a slap.
The green chilies nowadays also is not as spicy as it used to.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm learning so much and I'm telling you, my taste buds are just having their own little party right now.
She's just so happy because of the thing.
I'm telling you, look, we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got green. This is the perfect meal. And the thing, can I just say, is one of the best I've had. It's just
Very nice.
It's not too awfully, you know. There's a little bit just for that texture
Yes,
and
for the
a
texture.
little bit of the taste. But I love the seasoning as well, and I can see the sweet onions.
Yeah, and it's so nice and tiny, so I'm actually okay with it.
Yeah.
And because the flavor it overpowers whatever else it
Yeah,
is. So.
exactly. So the spices actually work very well when it comes to something as pungent as an offal, right?
Yeah.
So the spices kind of mask it and make it just so yummy. Chef, I'm already on to my third helping of Feng, but at the risk of sounding greedy, I'm sure Bridget will back me up here. Do you feel like something sweet?
Dessert, always room for dessert.
So I'm going to Ceylon Road, my other outlet.
Yeah.
Why don't you join me and we have Suji Cake there?
My day is complete.
My year is complete. Okay, why don't you hop onto the Makan Kakis bus with us? We go together.
Sure.
Let me have one more bite first. I'm excited. Suji Cake, here we come.
Yay! So, welcome to the Makan Kakis bus.
I love it.
Chef Quentin, could you maybe share a little bit about your culinary journey? How did you even get started?
I guess my family loves cooking.
Yeah.
And my dad learned from his mother, my grandmother, during the war,
Right.
you know, out of necessity. And then in 2000, I helped my dad in his stall. And then in 2006, I opened my first restaurant at East Coast Road with two friends. It was so difficult. We were struggling to make ends meet. The stall was actually supporting the restaurant.
So you were doing both?
Yeah, I was doing.
And
no, you have
wow.
Yeah, just imagine after 6 years of building the stall up, my partners gave up. What hit us was the rent, when the landlord increased the rent. And the rent was getting too high and things like that. And I couldn't manage running 2 different places. And then I got invited to go to the Eurasian Association. And that's how I opened the...
So then you gave up the other restaurant?
Yeah, I gave up the other restaurant and I still continued with the stall. Until 2019, then I opened the one in Sentosa.
Yeah.
Fabulous, man.
I've always been blessed with people having faith in me and wanting to keep the heritage and culture alive through food.
Yeah.
So I've been blessed.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you carried on because there's not many Eurasian restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to Quentin at the Eurasian Association.
Nice.
I'm gonna get the Suji Cake ready. So you ladies want to take a seat first?
Music to my ears.
And my taste buds. Thank you.
It's a very interesting place because there are not many Eurasian restaurants in Singapore. And I like the fact that it has got a live band that performs over the weekends. It's very suitable for family gatherings, birthday celebrations.
We've been here for 9 years and we're called the Music Men. And we play at Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays. So we enjoy coming to work because it's a family. It's a family here. I was introduced to Quentin's restaurant a long time ago. Before I became a musician, I came here and I enjoyed his oxtails too. Till now, I still enjoy it.
My favorite dish will be the devil's curry. We eat a lot of curry as Singaporeans, but the Eurasian style of the devil's curry is something very different. The taste is very different.
The food is nice, the people are friendly, the music is good, and I'll come back again just for the Suji Cake.
Wow, Bridget, there's such a different feeling about this place.
From the Sentosa one, right?
Yeah.
This is more like homely, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I came here like before COVID happened, you know?
Yeah.
And I used to dance here actually.
Wow! Ooh, my belly is dancing. This is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
This is the fanciest Suji cake I've ever had. What is this squiggle?
That's the icing. On top of the Suji Cake, there's marzipan, then royal icing.
I see.
The Suji Cake is a traditional Eurasian cake that you must have on every occasion.
Yeah.
Especially weddings, baptisms, yeah, that kind of.
For me, Chinese New Year, my family needs to have Suji cake.
That's why it looks so cute.
Yes,
Yeah, it's so
totally.
popular now.
And very difficult to find a good one. But now I know. Oh, it's like it's got a little bit of a firm crust. That royal icing.
Inside.
You know what I love about Suji cake is the almond. It's that nuttiness. It's so fragrant and toasty and aromatic. So, what goes into your Suji cake? Are you allowed to tell us?
Oh, he's going to give a secret now.
Yes, of course. Our Suji Cake is a traditional recipe. We don't use any flour, so it is semolina, which we soak in butter overnight.
Wow.
And then 3 different kinds of almonds. I think that Suji Cake, one of the most important things is the texture itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that mealy kind of like crunchy texture. So, chef, obviously Suji cake is a very quintessentially Eurasian dessert. But who is Suji or what exactly is Suji? How did the name come about?
Suji is actually the name from India.
Oh.
Yeah, they use for semolina.
You know some Indian restaurants, they have the Suji biscuit. It's made from semolina.
Oh, of course, of course.
Not Auntie Suji, eh?
Well, you know what? It's so good. Maybe if I ever have a daughter, I'll call her Suji. Quite cute, what, right? Chef, I have to say thank you so much. And thank you to you, Bridget, for just such an educational, enlightening Eurasian experience.
Oh, it was
and
fun.
I actually am torn. I don't know whether to go to Sentosa for Quentin's or to, you know, this particular one here.
Depends on how you feel, right?
Right, and I love that you've given us options. So I'll definitely be back. And
Thank you.
next time you come with me again.
Please don't forget me.
Okay, next time my treat, okay?
Okay.
It's safe to say that I have savored the yummy goodness of Eurasian food today, but I've also tasted the heart and soul that Quentin and his team have put into preparing all these dishes, and that comes from his personal philosophy about food and culture.
I think I'm very proud of my heritage and culture. Having 2 boys, I want to keep this culture and heritage alive. Definitely, I will teach my boys how to cook Eurasian cuisine, but not necessarily do it commercially, more for their own families and to carry on the tradition that I have done so with my dad, so that they can appreciate it and understand where we came from. I think that Eurasian food intertwines with Eurasian culture at great lengths. You understand a culture better when you understand the food.